But how should Neelkant Mishra, India respond? There are those who've been talking about retaliatory tariffs. There are others who are saying allow for a cooling off period. There's also a view that maybe India should reduce some of its oil imports from Russia, which has become the sticking point for Donald Trump. How do you think what is the best way to respond according to you?
So the first thing first, buying oil from Russia, whatever President Trump may say or Western media may say, is not a very big advantage for India. In the sense that the gap between Brent crude, which is India's standard grade, and the Urals grade, which is what Russia exports generally, it used to be $30 in 2022. It fell to $20 in 24, $10 last year, and then about $5 right now. Landed price adjusted for the higher insurance, etc., is now $2 difference. So India is saving $1 or $2 billion a year. So I think this whole economic impact, and frankly, given that we were importing so little from Russia till 3 years back, switching back to other grades is maybe take a few months, but it's not really going to break the bank. So I don't.
Are you saying that's what we should do, Dr. Mishra? Are you saying that we should sort of look to diversify beyond Russia?
I don't think President Trump even intends. I think this is just a ruse, in my view, to just get India back to the negotiating table. He wants an excuse. You must have seen that video that was circulating where he was asked that, look, you are also buying so much from Russia. And he said, yeah, I didn't know that. So the point is, he's, I think, deliberately raising the stakes so that trade negotiation can happen. I think we have to also see this as an opportunity on taking some hard decisions which we had earlier been unwilling to take, because, frankly, it is pressure like this where you feel isolated, which brings the country together. And so if there are tough economic decisions that need to be taken, I think those decisions, perhaps this is an opportunity for us to undertake reform, build more domestic demand, accelerate monetary transmission. So there are many economic measures. Frankly, I believe that the path to 6.5-7% sustained growth over the next 3 to 5 years lies purely in the domestic markets, and this may need diplomacy, different types of levers to be pulled. Frankly, it is not just an economic discussion. So I would suggest that we use this opportunity to dial down or dial up on the domestic reform process and take some tough economic decisions which actually rate on a higher pedestal going forward.
So, the budget, the economic survey earlier this year had passionately called for deregulation. The budget had announced the Deregulation Commission. The Prime Minister has spoken about this a few times. This would be a wonderful way to actually announce a Deregulation Commission and, with a broad mandate to actually say that we want to genuinely ease the cost of doing business in India, because the signal we want to send, Rajdeep, I mean, the whole point of this trade deal, the reason we have a deal with the UK, the reason we want to have a deal with the US, the reason we want to have a deal with the Euro area is to give the sense that India is very much open for business. And if you relocate in India and manufacture over here and create jobs over here, you will have a frictionless access to global markets. Now, in addition to that frictionless access, what is attractive to foreign companies and domestic companies is that, setting up firms, starting firms, doing business is more costless. And so I think the Deregulation Commission, for one, or for example, actually implementing the labor laws, we can go ahead with privatization, which will send a powerful reform signal and generate fiscal resources to buffer the impact of the US tariff. There are any number of reforms one can think of. This would be an opportune moment. Our history is littered with examples where adverse global shocks have induced more reforms at home.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe. If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.